The Chrissie Swan Show on Nova.
Here we are. It's me, Chrissie Swan, on The Chrissie Swan Show, and my good friend Jack Charles is joining me. Hi, Jack.
Good afternoon. It feels like the first day of school, Swanee.
It really does, and weirdly, it is the
Yes.
first day of school for my daughter and lots of kids all over Australia. I think collectively we're sighing a sigh of relief. It always sounds bad when a mother says, get back to school. I'm excited to start living again. And I've loved the holidays. We had the most gorgeous holiday and I love time with my kids. But I am looking forward to having a conversation with someone I didn't give birth to. Let's put it that way. In fact, I want to speak to you. This is the first time, really, I've ever done a national show. So I'm being heard in Adelaide, in Sydney, in Perth, in Brizzy,
Yes, yep.
and of course my hometown of Melbourne. Give me a call, 13 24 10. Say hello to me, and I'm going to say hello to you. And I'm going to be saying hello to Sarah Abo as well before 3 p.m. Hey, it's the Chrissie Swan Show. Thanks for listening.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show. Say g'day.
Yes, thanks to the gorgeous people at Priceline Pharmacy, I've got a stack of vouchers for the following callers.
They're everywhere.
Who are calling me live on our very first show. Connie, you are first. Hello, Connie. We're just working out the teething problem. There you are. Hello, Con.
Hi, Chrissy. Oh, my God, I've so wanted to speak to you. Congratulations with your new show.
Oh, my
Good luck
God.
with everything.
Connie,
You're
can you
amazing.
believe it?
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh, I can't. I've heard you in the mornings and now I get the opportunity to hear you in the afternoon. So it's fantastic. I love it.
Connie.
I'm so glad that you're back.
Oh, look, I hope we
So
bring a little
glad.
bit of joy to each other in this time slot. Now, you've got a daughter, I'm reading here, you've got a daughter starting tomorrow.
Correct. I actually, believe it or not, had thought that she started today, but lucky enough, I've got a sister that's got a son that starts at the same school.
Oh,
so
that
was
is
funny.
that is a cruel calendar fail, Connie.
Yes. Yes,
Have
yes.
you had
so
to
she's in grade 5.
have you had to remember how to do it? Like, you know, I was at home going, how do I do this? Oh yeah, that's right. There's brain food and there's the Chobani pouches and all of that stuff. It
Yes.
seems like such a long
Yes.
time.
I know, we've had a good 4 weeks off and back to reality today. You know, today, well, tomorrow for her anyway,
Yeah.
today for me.
You get your life
yes,
back.
It's gonna, yes. I'm looking forward to just dropping her off tomorrow morning.
Good on you,
And
Con.
not seeing her till I get home tomorrow.
Absolutely. Go to Priceline and splurge on some masks and stuff. You're the best, Connie. I hope to hear from you again soon. Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello, it's so wonderful to talk to you and congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. You're so sweet. I'm moved. Hopefully.
I'm so rapt to be one of your first callers ever.
You sure are. Now, is there a Priceline in Phillip Island that you can sashay through and fill up that pink basket?
There is, right in the main street.
Good girl. Good girl. Go there immediately, Sarah. Great to talk to you. We've got Anne. Hello, Annie.
How you going, darling?
It's school's back today or later?
Sorry?
School's back today or later for you?
Tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Thank God.
You're nearly there. It makes me feel sad every time I feel those feelings of thank God. It's not that I don't like my kids. It's just that I need a
have
break.
4 children on my own. They drive me bonkers.
Oh, for God's sake, Anne.
Yes, and 2 have special needs, so...
Oh gosh, you need some R&R, Annie.
100%.
Good on you, girlfriend. Thank you so much for listening. Raiden, you're next. Hello, Raiden.
Hello, Chrissy.
How are you?
Not too bad yourself. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. Can you tell?
I can. Congratulations. It's about bloody time you had your own show.
Oh, I feel like the cat that's got the cream, Raiden, and now I'm talking to you. I've hit the jackpot.
You have.
Priceline voucher for you, Raiden. Go crazy with that. And let's finish off with Sexy Michelle. Sexy Michelle, hello.
Congratulations, Miss Chrissie Swan on the show.
You're not sounding as sexy as you normally do. Now, full disclosure, Michelle was a regular caller when I was doing breakfast for 7 years. But I think
In the
you had...
morning I'm sexy.
I think it might be morning voice, Sexy Michelle. What did
How
you...
good does it feel not having to set the alarm so early?
Oh, look, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I just feel like I've won the jackpot here talking to you and everyone else and just keeping everyone company at this time of the day. It's a real thrill, Michelle.
Winning here as well.
Winning, and you're winning too. There's a Priceline voucher on its way to you. Thank you so much. It's such a thrill to be here on the Chrissie Swan Show. Sarah Abo is lurking in the shadows. She's coming up next. For all your health and beauty products and advice you can count on, visit Priceline Pharmacy. Priceline has a massive range of brands at great everyday prices. Whatever you're after, you'll find it at Priceline Pharmacy.
Hurry into your nearest Priceline pharmacy or check out priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
This is my very first show, Jack. How do you think it's going?
I think we're killing it.
I think we are too, just quietly.
We'll ask the bosses after what they think.
No, we will never ask them that question. Never ask something that you don't need the answer to. That's a journalism question that I may or may not have learnt from our next guest.
Sarah Abo. You may have seen her on SBS 60 Minutes and now is the new host of The Today Show alongside Carl Stefanovic. Earlier today, she accepted Chrissie's invitation to be the first guest.
Sarah, are you busy at 2 p.m? Because I don't have a guest. Oh, Chrissy, I thought you'd never ask.
Here's Sarah.
Welcome to the show, my very first guest and brand new host of the Today Show alongside Carl Stefanovic, the great Sarah Abo. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Your very first guest. What an honour, Chrissy.
Now, this is the second time we've seen each other today. I feel very spoiled.
Where else would I want to be but talking to you?
You must be exhausted, like just real talk.
You know what? It's so interesting. This is the start of my third week, right? Those first 2 weeks, it was literally adrenaline that got me out of bed at 3 a.m. and got me through the whole day. I didn't even feel tired until I reckon 8:30 at night. Honestly, that's something, isn't it?
That is something. And I think you don't have any kids yet and you may never have them and you've got absolutely no pressure from me to fulfil your societal duty. But if you do choose that for yourself, it's the same with a newborn baby. You're like the first month or so, you're like, God, what's everyone whinging about? You know, I've got so much energy, and then it does finally catch up with you. I want to talk to you about tiredness because it's something that women deal with all the time. I think we've all got sort of an alter ego that is only sort of forced out of the cave by tiredness specifically.
Yeah.
For me, I just hate everyone and everything. What is it for you?
That's awfully pessimistic, Chrissy.
I know, but I can't help it. It's tired Chrissy.
Yeah, I know fatigue is a problem, isn't it? I think for me, I just start maybe like glazing over, and if you're talking to me, it's like I'm not even in the room, or I'm just. So if you get no response from me, it's not you, it's me.
Right.
It's the fatigue.
You get catatonic.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah Abo. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on my very first show all over the Nova Network. Will you stick around? I want to put you in my cone of silence.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. I'm here for it.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Joining us is brand spanking new host of Today, the great Sarah Abo. Thanks again, Sarah.
Such a pleasure to be with you, Chrissy.
Now it's time to come into my cone of silence where it's just you and me.
Just you.
Yep. So we're lowering the cone. And once the cone is secured, no one can hear us.
Okay. Oh, I like the sound of that.
Oh, it's a lovely, safe place. Actually, it sounds like my toilet.
Kind of does sound like the toilet, doesn't it?
And trust me, I've spent a lot of time in there over the last...
Bit nervous today?
Oh, my God. No.
You've got nothing to be nervous about.
No, Sarah, hiding from my children.
I see.
It's like a panic room.
Okay.
It's like a panic room. All right, so I first fell in love with you, as did The Nation on 60 Minutes. Who is your favourite journalist?
On the 60 Minutes program?
Yes.
Oh, my God, you can't ask me that, Chrissy.
No, I can. No one can hear. You can answer it.
Oh, no one can
honestly.
hear. Well, in
No.
that case, it's obviously Tara Brown, Liz Hayes, Tom Steinford.
Excuse me.
Amelia
What about
Adams.
Charles Woolley?
Charles Woolley. Charles Woolley's a legend.
I was fishing for Charles Woolley and you gave me Tara Brown.
I was just being politically,
Can I tell you a story about Tara Brown? I was once working with Dave O'Neill. Do you know Dave O'Neill? He's a
Of course I know Dave
bumbling
O'Neill.
stand-up comedian. Okay, so I used to do a breakfast show with him, and we were on the red carpet for the Logies, like doing the interviews, not invited to the function, just doing
I've
the
been there
interviews.
too.
Yeah, and he saw Tara Brown, who I also love, and I love Liz Hayes too. I'm glad that you mentioned her. But I saw Tara Brown, and Dave O'Neill recognised her at the same time. And before I could say Tara Brown, he screamed out, Tara Moss, Tara Moss. And then I was saying to Dave, I'm going, Dave, it's not Tara Moss. And then he's like, oh, no, yeah, you're right. And then he goes, Tara Reid. Tara Reid. Tara Reid, of all people.
There are so many Taras in the world.
Have you ever made a mistake like that when you're interviewing somebody? Not quite that bad, but have you ever kind of said the wrong thing, or are you really anally retentive in terms of research?
Oh, I normally am, but there was one time, I'm not sure if I've told you this story before, but it was much worse than calling Tara Brown, Tara Moss or Tara Reid. It was when I met Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister of the UK, for the first time for an interview for 60 Minutes, and introduced myself as Grant to him.
Oh, my God.
What an idiot. Grant was the name of the sounder who was on the road with us. And I was so overwhelmed by the prospect of meeting the former PM of the UK.
You said,
I suddenly...
pleased to meet you, I'm Grant. Oh,
Literally
Sarah,
die. How embarrassing.
Oh, I'm dead for you. I'm dead. I want to get back to kind of silent stuff about you. How often do you brush your teeth?
Oh, my God. At least twice a day.
Do you?
Obviously morning and night, but then sometimes, if I've had a big lunch, I'll brush my teeth again.
I only brush
What about you?
I brush them once a day.
Only once, Chrissy, that's gross.
Is it?
But it's like, yes, you can't, when? At night or in the morning?
At night.
But then you wake up and you've got that gross morning breath and stuff.
But then if you brush your teeth, it ruins your coffee, which is more important.
No, come
You
on,
understand?
Chrissy,
You
need
understand
to-
that, though.
I do understand that. Just give it a few minutes and the toothpaste taste goes. And after the first couple of sips of coffee anyway, you don't know.
I want to say I'll try it, but I won't. I'm a one.
You disappoint me.
Jack here is horrified.
It's disgusting.
You
It is
can't
disgusting.
hear
I'm
us.
with
We're
you,
in the
Jack.
cone of
Sorry,
silence,
sorry.
Jack.
Stop listening.
I also want to know, what deodorant do you use?
I have to double check. I think it's Dove because I went to the grocery store to top up on my deodorant, and the one I normally get wasn't there, so I tried something else, and now I'm a convert. So I'm sticking to it.
Oh, it's sort of the same situation when they say never take a sick day. Do you know what I mean? Well, they say never take a sick day because your replacement will end up with your job. Your
I've
deodorant
been
took a sick
warned.
day. Your deodorant took a sick day by being out of stock. And
That's true.
you snooze, you lose, deodorant. All right, it's
Ciao.
getting stuffy in here. Let's raise the cone. Well, that was enlightening, and thank God no one heard about my toothbrushing habits, because
I know that would be really embarrassing, Chrissy.
that's an expose.
That's a Daily Mail headline in about 5 minutes.
It sure is. It sure is.
Clickbait City.
Sarah Abo, thank you so much for joining me. You are such a delight, and I'm so thrilled to be able to watch you every morning.
You are too kind. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be the first guest on your show. A massive congratulations yet again. Your very own show.
I know.
love
Can
it.
you even believe it? I'm
course I
I'm
can.
giving it about 3 weeks, so maybe you could be the bookend. You can be my last guest as well.
Come on. Not your last guest, but I will be a regular guest.
Okay, amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Catch Sarah Abo with her very dulcet tones and magnificent hair on the Today Show every morning alongside Carl Stefanovic. I wake up with Today, and I'm not afraid to say it. Thank
Thanks,
you
girl.
so much, Sarah.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
You know, everyone tells me the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, do not reach for your phone and have a look at what the news stories are. And yet, here I am every morning doing
Also,
exactly that.
What do those people suggest we do?
Oh, I don't know.
Yoga?
Be mindful.
No, thank you.
Oh, God, I do it every morning. And this is where the idea for my clickbait segment has come from, because these are the headlines chosen for me by, I don't know, the devil, has caught my attention. First up, Marie Kondo, the great hold it in your hand, and if it sparks joy, you get to keep it. Everything else goes away. She has kind of given up on tidying up. My home is messy, she says. Mine too, Mari.
So what I'm hearing is Marie Kondo is a con.
Well, no, her life is... How very dare you?
She's a con.
Her life has changed, but I finally feel so much better about a box of tea that I was given on Mother's Day, which has been sitting at the bottom of my stairs since May.
Wow.
Since May. I know, you're horrified.
I wouldn't be able to live in your house with stuff like that.
No, I don't think you would. I don't think you would. Is your tetanus up to date? That's my question, because you would need it.
I would.
But how good is that? We can all take solace because Marie Kondo, she's had her third baby.
Okay. So now she's given up.
She's given up. She's like, my house is messy, so I feel so much better. You would be horrified by the state of my house.
I know.
It's honestly, it's clean for about, like, not joking, I could say 5 minutes a week. It's longer than that. It's clean for 4 hours a week.
And do you relish in that? Do you enjoy that?
I love it.
So why don't you try and then keep it up, or you just no?
Well, I made choices that I can't take back, and they're 3 children. Now, I'm thrilled to have read this headline. Olivia Wilde embraces Jason Sudeikis amid custody battle and the Harry Styles split. Forget the last bit. I love that these two are very amicably getting on with it. Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis. It seems so grown up and so lovely. The photographs are good. I like this. Equally, I like Katy Perry joins Orlando Bloom's ex, Miranda Kerr. They were at the G'day USA Gala red carpet thing, and they presented an award together. So I love that. Grown-ups acting like grown-ups.
That's
you know?
also the G'day LA PR team working in overdrive, because what a great story that is. The two of them hanging out together.
Let's face it, Katy Perry can be bought.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Here we are, it's the Chrissie Swan Show. Thank you so much for listening all over Australia. Unbelievable to me. We've nearly finished our first hour, Jack.
I know.
And they haven't pulled all the plugs yet. So
I haven't seen a boss run in just yet, so that's good. Hey, we need to talk about the text message you received as the show started.
Oh, I'm going to do it, am I?
Yes.
So this is a really big day for me. I've been really excited about it. It's my own show. I'm here with you.
Yep.
And, of course, you know, on any sort of momentous occasion, your phone blows up. Your phone blows up. So many messages from people that I love and that love me, and I've read every single one of them and I love them. At 2:06, my phone went off and it said Leo, my 14-year-old, who you probably remember when he surprised me in the jungle, just like a human Teddy Ruxpin walking through the arbour. He doesn't look like that anymore. He's basically a man. Anyway, he's 14 years old, and I see his name come up and I think, oh, what lovely thing is my beautiful son going to tell his mum on this momentous occasion.
A heartfelt good luck message.
Heartfelt message of pride. And he just said, Mum, can I get a pair of Jordan 1s?
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You're listening to The Chrissie Swan Show with me, believe it or not, Chrissie Swan. Gosh, I'm thrilled to have your company. New Year's resolutions. I want to talk about them because today is Monday, January 30, and it's exactly a month since we possibly all vowed to change our lives from the ground up.
Or set ourselves up for failure.
Exactly. And I just want to check in with you because generally I find they last a month. I used to make New Year's resolutions, proper ones, until I realised that they're a fool's game.
Yep.
Did you make any this year?
So this is the first year I actually did.
Yeah.
And I've stuck to it. But
do I want to hear it? Is it going to affect me?
Yeah, I'm nervous to tell you. Let's talk about yours first.
Oh, all right. Mine are fairly simple.
Okay.
And achievable, right? I've got a real one, but I've got other ones that are easier. Chopped fruit in the fridge, always, like a hotel buffet.
Oh, I like that.
Because I just went to Tokyo for a couple of weeks with Jamie Rowe, who also works at Nova. And the absolute highlight of my morning was sashaying down to the hotel buffet and just stuffing my face with fruit that I didn't have to prepare.
I think I need to implement that because it beats going to a packet of chips.
Exactly.
And I'm a snacker. We're both snackers.
And also fruit is just God's perfect snack.
Absolutely.
So I have actually achieved that. That's a tick. I've done that.
Love that.
Perfect homemade pasta. Now, I've bought the stuff for it.
Yeah, okay.
I've got, what do they say, all the gear and no idea.
Is that not something you did in COVID? Homemade pasta?
I did it once and it was just a pain in the neck.
Right.
But I'm going to revisit it because I love pasta. It's probably my favourite carb.
Yeah.
And I just want to, I want to be the sort of person that has pasta hanging off a little tree.
It's also super impressive. It's a huge flex when you go into a dinner party and somebody's making it there and like live in front of you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, but that would involve inviting people into my home, which you know that I don't do. So that's a work in progress. My other one is make carrot cakes. Now I have embarked on this. I want to perfect the carrot cake.
Why the carrot cake?
Because it's my favourite cake of all time. And it's proved deeply unpopular with the people that live at my house. My children have got no interest in carrot cake. That's why I've arrived at work today with 4 containers.
Is that what all that Tupperware is?
Yes.
Oh, yum. I love carrot cake.
Well, then you'll be pleased to know that one that I've brought in today is going to be one of a series.
Okay.
And I've got many, many recipes to go through. This is a good one. This is a real one. Don't rush anywhere at any time. And that is a proper... Rushing drives me crazy, and I've just found that I have been in the past just always rushing. It's like my default setting. I don't even think about it. I'm just panicking to get from one place to another. So my actual proper New Year's resolution is don't rush.
I'd love that being one of your kids, because if you're running late to school, it's like, who cares, Mum? Don't rush.
I've done it.
You said you can't rush.
I've done it. Don't rush.
Okay.
Don't rush. There's no rushing. There's no rushing because it's not good for you.
Love that.
What have you done?
So mine, I have decided, because you and I have done breakfast radio in another life for 7 years together, and I have decided to cut coffee. I knew you'd hate it. I've been making a point of not to tell you I've cut coffee out of my life. Done.
What do you mean?
It was starting to make me anxious, I know, but I was just like, nah, done. See you later.
What, not even one?
No, I'll have an OJ.
I asked you this morning.
I know.
I said, do you want to have a coffee? And you were sheepish now that I think about it.
Because I knew I had to do it on air with you because of safety around us being live.
Well, I'm getting on Gumtree and hiring. We're currently hiring for a new anchor and co-host for the Chrissie Swan Show.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Oh, yeah, I love a radio game. I love it, and I love cash. And I love you, Vanessa. You're our player. Are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, welcome to my show.
Thank you, and welcome back. It's awesome to have you back.
Thanks, mate. Now, this is how it's going to work, Ness. I've got 5 clues here about a particular celebrity, very well known. There's a little supplementary clue for you. And I've also got $500 cash here for you, but for every incorrect guess you make, I'm going to snatch away $100, and I feel very bad about that, Vanessa, so don't make me do it.
All right, no, I'll try hard.
All right, here is your first clue. Play the spooky music, Jack. All right, Vanessa, are you sweating?
Yes.
Oh, no.
She sounds sad.
No, Vanessa, I'm just playing. Clue number 1. This celebrity legally changed her name in 2008 to a childhood nickname.
Oh. How much have I got here?
Okay.
On to the next.
That just cost you $100, and it hurts me more than it doesn't hurt me more than it hurts you. Clue 2, Vanessa.
Yep.
This person is not shy of ruining stuff and swinging.
Miley Cyrus.
Yes, Vanessa! Yes, my girl!
That's $400 cash for you, Vanessa.
That's $400 cash, and to make up for the mean and cruel tactic that it is to steal that $100, I'm going to throw in a little Priceline voucher for you to go ham at your local Priceline.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for listening. You're the best. Please tune in tomorrow. Don't make it a one and done, Vanessa.
No, I'll be with you, Chrissy. I'll be listening.
God love you.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining me on my debut show. It's very exciting and I'm thrilled to have your company. I want to go through some headlines that grabbed me. A lot of them don't. Like, for example, when you're scrolling through your phone and you see stuff like breakups and an ex-Bachelor contestant, everything that's happened since the Bachelor finale, I'm not going to click on that because I couldn't give two hoots.
I'm falling back asleep.
But give me a headline like this: how a simple teaspoon can transform your jacket potato, and I'm in. That's got my paw prints all over it.
Now, refresh me. Is a jacket potato what I used to make on school camp? In primary school, I reckon we used to make jacket potatoes.
Pretty much, yes.
Wrap it in foil?
You can wrap them in foil.
Right.
But the idea of a jacket potato is that it's not peeled and
Yes.
the skin gets all lovely and leathery and delicious. And I love them. And you squeeze them at the bottom and you make like a floret and the mash gets all soft, and then you put on about 500 grams of butter and all sorts of other bits and bobs. But I am all for a simple teaspoon transforming my jacket potato. So I read the whole thing, and so you don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
You just put a teaspoon in it. So you have your potato, and while it's raw, I've got no idea how you're going to do this because they're hard as heck. You stab it with a teaspoon and you leave that teaspoon in it as it cooks in a 200-degree oven. What I can't seem to find on the article is the number of the local emergency department to go to for third-degree burns when you're pulling out the spoon.
Also, you churn through the teaspoons.
And also, it normally takes an hour to cook a potato. This cuts it by 15 minutes. Just give it the 15. Leave it alone.
Or just go and buy some fries.
That is a really good idea. Here's the other one that got me, clickbait. Why do cats and dogs get zoomies? Do you know what zoomies are?
No.
So if you've got a cat or a dog, you will notice that out of the blue, they lose their tiny minds. And I've never found my dog, Murphy, more relatable than when he's having a zoomie attack. It's like he runs up and down, he doesn't make any sense, he doesn't know where he is, he gets very excited, and cats do it too.
So it's like they've had like a doggy drug.
It is exactly like that.
Yeah,
and
right.
I love it when it happens because it comes out of nowhere.
Aren't you worried they're going to like severely injure themselves or end their lives?
This is a good question. I was sitting outside and an attack came over Murphy. He got the zoomies and he ran head first into a bluestone step straight in. Normally he jumps over it like a spring lamb, but he missed it completely and smashed straight into it, and then he staggered back. He had a concussion. He had a proper concussion. I had to stay up all night with him so that he didn't pass away in his sleep.
Did you get like some frozen peas and put them on his head? Or
No,
like,
I didn't. I just kept on talking to him and also telling him he was an idiot. But if you're wondering why cats and dogs get zoomies, the short answer is nobody knows, but they think it might be a side effect of poophoria. Have you heard of this? It's a thing. And when an animal goes to the toilet, they get poophoric. They get the joy of doing a poo.
Wow.
I know. And don't get that mixed up with the Netflix smash hit Euphoria.
Oh, that's nice.
They're very, very different.
It's not Zendaya.
No. Zendaya, it ain't. There you go.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
You're listening to The Chrissie Swan Show with me, weirdly, Chrissie Swan, and the supervisors of the 3 o'clock hour previously have been the gorgeous Kate, Tim and Joel with Ricky Lee, and they're checking in just to see I haven't broken their hour. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Chrissy.
You haven't broken anything. You've done a great job.
It's been very fun. It's a lovely hour. Thank you for giving it to me.
Oh, I know. You've taken an hour off our work day. We're furious.
You should see Chrissy and Jack. You should see me wandering the halls. I am bored out of my brain going, when can I start doing something?
Why don't you just come in a bit later?
I can't do that either. I have 3 children.
Blackers, I did notice you were in the studio at 1:45.
I was recording something. It's something you guys should know because you're in new shiny digs at your HQ.
Oh, yes, the new studios.
Yeah.
I can see everything. And Chrissy, at 3:04, I did see that you missed the chair.
Did you see that? I did, and that does not bode well for an injury-free period here. But I didn't hit the deck. I nearly did. I came
you
in.
did very well. You recovered beautifully like you were on a big screen, which you were.
Oh, my God. Jack's face. I really nearly hit the deck on my giant ass.
That
it
should be
nearly
on
happened.
Tell me there's a video replay somewhere.
There is.
There's got to be.
What happens when Chrissie Swan from the Chrissie Swan show goes down?
I know.
What are you going to do if you have a sick day?
I know. I did think about that. And then, sorry, there's absolutely no way that it can occur.
There's a lot of grabs and sound effects in the system of you just laughing for promos, so we could just replay you laughing.
Absolutely. We should just roll them out. Now, Joel, how's your documentary going? You're in Perth filming a documentary about dogs.
Well, thank you, Chrissy, for asking, because these two show no interest ever. It's going
Chrissy,
wonderfully.
Chrissy, we've been calling it the Sad Sack Dog Show.
Please, when I'm winning my Logie, joining the likes of Chrissie Swan as a Logie winner, I will not be thanking either of you. It's going wonderfully,
I'm very
thank you,
interested
Chrissy.
when you talk about it.
Hang on, though, half an hour of dog stories with no ads.
It's going great. It's my last week here in Perth, and then I'll be back in the Melbourne show. Oh, shut up, Blackwood, please.
And 6 eps in the first series.
Well, can I make a confession? Can I make a confession? I often while away the hours on my phone on Gumtree just searching for rescue corgis. So this TV show is right up my alley, and because specifically rescue corgis. I want a corgi that no one wants.
Okay, I haven't seen a whole heap of corgis in the pound.
No, they're very rare.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Well, it's a real shame that that's not going to get renewed for a second season.
Don't say that. It's not even gone to air yet. You absolute dick.
Joel for the gold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
Ricky Lee, you're coming on my show on this show tomorrow, and I'm very excited. Your TV show starts tonight.
It does. Australian Idol is back, kids. I'm pumped.
How is it being back?
It's really surreal. I think I have probably PTSD from the whole experience, but it's 19 years ago I was on the show, and so walking onto the set and seeing the Idol sign and the judge's desk and the little funny stage you have to walk in the room onto when you audition. I walked in the room and got instantly nervous, chills, and I was sweating all over my body. It's really quite surreal to be there, but it's really fun, and it's nice to be on the other side of the curtain.
Your interview's tomorrow.
I hope you wear that fedora you wore on Michael Jackson week, that little fedora. That was so much fun.
I actually think I've still got that. I've got my lashes that I wore that night, my double, it was Idol memory box.
It was such an important moment in Australian television history, and people that know you now as the broadcasting and presenting superstar that you are may not know how you came to be in our consciousness nearly 20 years ago.
Well, there's kids on the show that are 15 that weren't even born then.
Exactly, like mine. And I was in an Uber with my 3, and Proud Mary came on the radio, and I said, "Kids, have I got a story for you? Listen up." And I sent them all the YouTube links, and they were moved, Ricky Lee Coulter. They were moved.
I've got another M word. We'd be mortified at that Proud Mary performance.
It was our generation's moon landing. When you
it really was. I'll never forget it.
I know, my kids will be watching tonight at 7 because they're going to have to know the person that's coming to Harry Styles with them. Because Ricky and I are taking the kids to Harry.
Yeah, we're taking the kids. Oh, bloody mum life. Am I right?
Well, I look forward to chatting more about the time that you were robbed 1,000 years ago on Australian Idol tomorrow, Ricky Lee. Thank you for coming on my show.
Pleasure. I can't wait.
So you've been in there early.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's the Chrissie Swan Show. Thanks so much for listening. Now, you probably heard us banging on about the Nova Player.
Yes.
Go to the App Store.
It's our Bible here at Nova.
Here's a little how-to for you to get involved with this show, because it would mean the world to me to be able to talk to you and connect with you. Get onto the App Store, download the Nova Player, and then that'll give you everything you need to know, including where to find the podcast and stuff. But also there's comps and your contact details and stuff. And, you know, we're going to call you at 2 a.m. and and ask you for a quick survey.
On a Saturday night when I'm out, you might get a little buzz or a text.
It is absolutely not unlikely that will occur. Well, I've had a great time, Jack. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
I've had a blast. It's been so much fun. And please join us tomorrow.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova.